Vice News did a really good report about the nightmare that is the Australian wildfires. Some of these facts blew my mind.
Australia's wildfires are rapidly mutating into a more dangerous, hellish version of themselves. It's the monstrous fire clouds that are fueling a dangerous cycle that's not going to end anytime soon. This is not your run-of-the-mill Australia fire season fire. The New South Wales fires have now torched 27 million acres of land. That's almost triple the size of all the world's biggest fires in the past 2 years combined. And the wildfires are so intense that they've managed to create their own violent weather systems, fire-generated thunderstorms. This is how it happens. The fires are so hot and so large that they send air extremely high in the sky, where it forms what's considered the titan of all cloud species, a Pyro-cumulonimbus cloud. This colossal fire cloud shoots up to 10 miles in the air at 100 miles per hour, and it's strong enough to produce a rainless thunderstorm. Then, the clouds develop so high that they can break through the stratosphere and send particles soaring around the globe. That's not normal. The 2018 California wildfires had pyrocumulus clouds that only reached about 6 miles high before upper-level winds capped them off.
This outbreak of pyrocumulonimbus storms is unprecedented in Australia and I believe worldwide. This year we're counting upwards of 20 pyro-CPs, but 20 is a number we've never seen before.
These clouds drive crazy fire behavior, including ember attacks, dry lightning, and because embers and flames aren't enough, firenados, spinning fire with tornado-like force. All these elements have made the fires move even faster. The pyrocumulonimbus clouds are so powerful and so high that local weather no longer influences them. Even when it's raining, the smoke will continue to linger and fuel rapid fire growth. Much of the fire weather is also nearly impossible to forecast. Thanks to this never-ending fire cycle of monstrous clouds and rainless lightning, the wildfires will probably only continue. And scientists say Australia isn't likely to be an exception for long. We could see more fire clouds as climate change makes wildfires more intense and fire seasons longer.
27 million acres. 27 million acres. Wow. Fire-generated thunderstorms, which are so devastating because, as they explain there, then the lightning strikes in another area where there's dried out tinder and wood, and then that ignites and there's a whole new fire, whole new brush fire. This is like, perfect storm type stuff. This is a nightmare scenario to the point where even the rain is not impacting it. Like, what? How is that a thing? Absolutely devastating. I mean, some of that stuff you would think it's fake. You would think it was like written in a sci-fi novel. Fire-generated thunderstorms. Firenados. That seriously is like a low-budget sci-fi movie where they come up with this silly idea that seems too unrealistic to be real. But it's real. You remember when, Alex Jones and a bunch of these guys said, we have the ability to control the weather. The government does. Well, if that exists, it would sure as hell be an awesome time to use it now in Australia. Because this is really scary, what we're witnessing. And like they said, climate change is going to make it worse over time. It's wild because every time the scientists talk about it, it's always worse than the worst case scenario that they previously predicted. And, you want to talk about becoming an ultimate nihilist. It's hard to beat back that feeling when looking at this issue in particular. The only way we have any hope is if we do what Bernie has talked about, which is a World War II level mobilization against or to fight climate change. Outside of a World War II level mobilization worldwide, is there really any hope? We would be relying on luck of the smartest people in the world to figure out a way to develop some technology that can reverse the trend. But right now, it's hard to not feel like the ultimate nihilist looking at this situation, hearing all the stories, looking at all the trends. It ain't good out there.